But now he knows it's going right, so...
you a more formal introduction as we move along here, but I wanted to hop on this commentary to say it's a UIndy victory at 1. 6-2 decision. And so it comes down to a decider on court number 2. Alex Gruskin here. We've got ourselves a semifinal match, folks. 2 of the most tenured programs in all of Division II men's college tennis, UIndy, Columbus State. And the deciding point goes the way of Columbus State. So now we have ourselves a match, folks. Alex Gruskin here. Let's rock and roll. Division II men's semifinals underway. Certainly if the D3 women's quarterfinals were foreshadowing of what we can expect, it's going to be a fun one, folks. Still waiting for the start of our other semifinal. Barry taking on Valdosta State. That's the number 1. 4 seeds in this event. Meanwhile, it's a straight 2 through verse 3 here. So the top 4 seeds all advancing to the D2 semifinals. We wouldn't have it any other way. I am going to prepare our scoreboards for the start of Barry Valdosta State. I promise we'll have it for you as soon as that first ball is struck. Here on the near side for UIndy, and I apologize in advance if I butcher any of these name pronunciations, but on the near side of your screen, it's an aggressive cross from Columbus State for UIndy, serving on the near side. It's Mathieu Darache, freshman from France. He's partnered with the junior, Erwin Momo-Andre. The junior also out of France. You'll see a lot of international flavor to this Division II tennis. I love it. Speaks to the global nature of this sport. And it is not 8-4. It is 4-all break points in what is our deciding set. First break point fought off. Still 2 more to come here. This UIndy duo, limited action together. They're 2-0 overall on the season. This duo for UIndy, 13-3 overall on the year. Pinched in tight on that return. But it sailed long, so deciding point coming up. Javier Cueto Ramos, Pietro Martinetti on the far side for Columbus State. Again, the duo 13-3 overall. Cueto Ramos, the junior. Martinetti also a junior. Tough to tell with the hats who's returning here. But it's a break nevertheless. And how about this energy? Welcome to the semifinals. Columbus State will serve for the doubles point. Again, Alex Gruskin here coming up very, very soon. Top seeds, Valdosta State going to take on number 4 seed, Barry. How did we get to this point? Columbus State so far, victories over Lemoyne, Hawaii Pacific, UIndy, couple of 4-0 victories over Jefferson and Flagler. This UIndy team, 23-2 overall on the year. Their only losses, 4-3 at St. Leo. 4-1 loss versus St. Leo in the national indoors as well. Meanwhile, for this Columbus State team, 20-4 overall on the year. Their losses this season, semifinals to St. Leo at the national indoors. A loss to West Florida. Tough non-D2 loss, I believe, to Georgia Gwinnett. Or St. Leo shocked by Barry. 4-2 in the NCAA regionals. $15 all now for Cueto Ramos and Martinetti. I say shocked. It is worth noting Barry has won the last 3 completed NCAA Division II championships. Columbus State falling in the finals in 2019 and 2021. This UIndy program, very, very good. They've never made an NCAA final. Columbus State coming out strong, and they've got match points. They're going to talk this one over. Doubles point to CSU. They're dancing, they're chest bumping. They're also up 1-love. Columbus State takes the doubles point. 1-0 lead to kick off our semifinal. These two teams have not faced off against one another here this season. So no data to turn to in terms of how we go from here. Now, I know we will have 6 singles matches here in UIndy. Columbus State will also, of course, have the start of Barry Valdosta State. That match coming up in about 5 minutes. We're going to step away for the moment, make sure all of our cameras are set, but be sure to stick with us, folks, as our coverage of these Division II men's semifinals continue for everyone who contributes to our broadcast. I'm Alex Gruskin. You're watching our Cracked Rifles coverage of the 2023 NCAA Team Tennis event.
At number 2.
Welcome back in, everyone, to our Cracked Racquets coverage of the 2023 Division II men's semifinals. Alex Gruskin here, waiting for the scoreboards to get active on our singles courts, but we do have singles action underway. Columbus State taking a tightly contested doubles point, and with it, a 1-love lead heading into our singles matches. Now, we do have doubles about to get underway between Barry and Valdosta State. What we plan on doing to appease all of you Division II men's college tennis fans here is we're going to go scoreboard watching in singles, locking in on doubles. What do I mean by that? It means from a commentary perspective, I'm going to be ignoring this singles action here between Columbus State and Indy. We'll lock in on the doubles between Barry and Valdosta State. That said, we do want to have 2 singles matches on your screen at all times. Make sure all of you UIndy Columbus State fans feel apprised on everything happening on courts 7 through 12 at the USTA National Center. Now again, all of that said, would help if I had a functional camera here on court number 1. We'll get you to it. That's not the right button. We'll try that again. We'll head to court number 1. That camera set for you all as doubles action now officially set to get underway. It should pop on your screen here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go. Doubles action on your screen. Valdosta State, Barry. You didn't even miss a point, folks. We're rocking and rolling. here near side of your screen is the duo of Luca Mack, Rodrigo Carvalho, the junior out of Germany, Carvalho Jr. out of Brazil. Again, this Valdosta State team has had a season to remember. 21-0 overall. Wins over Spring Hill College, West Florida, Fairmont State, and Cameron to get here. But obviously they're taking on the three-time defending national champions in Barry. It's an early deciding point here on one. Scoreboard watch, try to make sure we have no dead time. You get a little look at everything significant happening in the singles between Columbus State and UIndy. You see it's an opening 1-love lead for Barry here at the top spot. Let's head over to court number 2. Introduce all of our doubles matches. Barry's up 1-love on all 3 courts. By the way, at the number 1 spot for Barry, senior Alejandro Bañez Gallego. He's partnered with Arnel Rodriguez. Rodriguez, junior, at dual 11-7 at the top spot. Valdosta State 19-1 at number 1. So again, you feel like that's one they gotta have. Meanwhile, here at number 2, you see for Barry, Lamar Bartley, Christian Felin. In case it wasn't clear, Barry rocking the all whites today. Valdosta State here on the near side in the red and black. And on this near side for Valdosta State, Alejandro Palacios, partnered with Alessandro Giuliato. Barry, Giuliato, and Palacios. Valdosta State, Bartley, and Felin. Valdosta State, Bartley, and Felin, 9-2 overall in the year. Again, this Barry number 2 duo, relatively untested. Barry played around a lot. Felin serving here on the near side. Out of Italy. And then Bartley, the sophomore out of England. As you see, Columbus State comes out swinging at the number 2 single spot. Puerto Ramos breakpoint chances for 3-love. Up an early break on 6, everything else on serve 1-all. It's 2-1 now on court number 1, so we'll change that out, get you some time at 3 and 4. Apologies. Fawn off at 3. Meanwhile, there's another break for Cueto Ramos, so he takes a 3-love lead. Let's continue to move down court number 4. Again, we'll start introducing those matchups more once we progress through the doubles point. D2, similar to the D1 format. 3 sets happening simultaneously, up to 6, no ad scoring. Woo! That is a hot forehand. Martinelli, excuse me, the 2-1 lead on 4. A couple of changeovers there. 2-1 Columbus State, up a break now at 3. Do a double court switch, take it down to 5 and 6. Ball put away, so Valdosta State gets on the board still. They're down breaks at 1 and 2 here early in our semifinal. We're going to take you over to court number 3 now. I want to introduce our final doubles battle at the number 3 spot. For Valdosta State, Christian Wedel with Pedro Cordillero. Cordillero 12 and 3 overall on the year. Wedel, the junior from Germany. Cordillero, junior from Sao Paulo. Taking on the Barry junior of David Riemi. France, he's partnered Tim Butner, senior out of Germany. One chances here for Barry, who appear to be up a break on all 3 courts, excuse me. So the 3-time national champions have come to play. 23 and 5 overall is this Barry team on the year. Lost a 4-3 match to Valdosta State back in the early portions of March. For what it's worth, Barry took the doubles point in that 4-3 loss. Talk about the Valdosta State depth in singles when we get there. For now, it's a deciding point chance for Valdosta State to get back on serve here at 3. Again, they're down breaks on all 3 courts. They need something to get this rally going. It's a hold. So 3-1 Barry leads here on court number 3. We'll take it back to court number 1. Ibanez Gallego Rodriguez, the 2-1 lead here. 3-1 lead for Columbus State on 5. Columbus State now up breaks on courts 2, 3, and 5. All in the first 4 games of the match, but a strong start. chances here for Barry. See game point chances for Columbus State. Break consolidated, 4-1 lead for Columbus State on court number 5. Columbus State is running away with some first sets. I want to go over to court number 4. Break point chances. Meanwhile, it is a 3-1 hold here for Barry. Holding firm again. Up breaks on courts 1, 2, and 3. We'll hold here on 1. Look, this Barry duo of Ibanez, Gallego, Rodriguez, number 9 in the country, number 10 in the country for a reason. Mac Carvalho, 15 in the nation. 2 of the best, folks. On 6 now for Columbus State as well. That's a break lead now on 5 different courts. Columbus State up breaks on 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Head over to court number 2. 4-love lead for Javier Cueto Ramos. That's why we had to have it on your screen during this doubles, folks. I know I want to keep that doubles action in the big screen. Columbus State is racing away with things. And again, this Columbus State program, one of the best we have in Division II men's tennis. Back-to-back finalists, 2021, 2019. Of course, they won the title, their lone title in program history in 2018. D2 tennis fans will remember that KP Panu era of Columbus State men's tennis fondly. Or not fondly, I suppose, if your team was on the other side of those affairs. Look at that. 5-love Cueto Ramos. I don't use this term lightly, folks. That's a beatdown. Columbus State running away with this match right now. Let's go over to court number 5. Got a double changeover, so I suppose we'll switch on everything. Go to 5, we'll go to 3. As you see, 3-2 Barry maintaining their break lead on all 3 courts. Looks like there's a little bit of a Valdosta State opening at 3, though. So that's where we'll head now. That's a wee bit of an opening, but that's a slap of the thigh, which makes me think it's 30-all. Yep. I'm a body language doctor, folks. That's what I'm here to do. Eye test said that was an angry Valdosta State player, and I don't think I've introduced these two. No, I did. We introduced everything. Come on, Alex. You're very polite. That's how you knock off an overhead, folks. I had a coach who used to always equate it, actually it was 2-time Kalamazoo champion Ricky Brown. I don't know why I'm humble bragging on his behalf. It's really just in case Colette Lewis is watching, because she'll know who Ricky Brown is. The Brown brothers, Ricky, Jimmy, very good players back in the day. He used to always equate getting back for an overhead to getting back into the pocket like a quarterback in football. That footwork, shuffling, karaoke step. That's how you do it. And so it is a 4-2 hold here on court number 3. Meanwhile, you see Columbus State has set points. We're going to do this quickly. We respect the set point here. And they're closing in on a couple of set points. 5-love lead for Cueto Ramos. He's 2 points away from the set. (6-1) first set. Ouch. Oh, I hit court 3? No, I just hit the wrong button in general. Let's take us over to court 2, where it's another set point coming up here for Columbus State. Let's see if we can catch it. That's nice. Oh, that's a way to finish a set. First two first sets off the board for Columbus State. They are in cruise control as we'll put doubles back in your big screen. 6-love on court 2, 6-1 on court 5. We'll take you to the middle of the lineup, 3 and 4, where it's a similar story. You see 4-1 lead for Columbus State on 3, 4-1 lead for Columbus State on 4. That was an aggressive backhand, as you see 30-all here. Ooh. Look at this. Down breaks on 2 and 3, but a chance to level things. 3 more chances here on 1. That's something to get the Valdosta State juices flowing. Again, Valdosta State has beaten Barry without a doubles point already this season, but NCAA Semifinals is a different type of ball game. It's a Valdosta State break, 3-all. Now, will it matter? Unclear to me. As Barry's still maintaining break leads on courts 2 and 3, they've built themselves some margin. Meanwhile, 4-2, Columbus State leading on courts 3 and 4. Again, they've already booked those first sets on 2 and 5. Upper break on court 1 as well. Meanwhile, that's a double break and essentially a match. Barry's going to have 2 chances to serve for it here on court number 3. We'll take you over to court number 2, as again, that's the one that's feeling most relevant. Valdosta State, number 1 in the country. Going to have to find a way to swing something here. This feels like the more likely of the 2, as they're down just that single break. Love the spirit of this Columbus State group. They get after it. Ridiculous. I thought that drop shot was good for sure, but you see the wheels. Not even throwing away a 40-love point. You gotta respect it. Meanwhile, you see Schold has a shot at 5-2. retake that double break lead on 3. It's a great overhead to hold. Still just a single break deficit here on court number 2. We're going to 3 where Barry's serving for the set. David Arimi, Tim Butner. Barry's played 13 different doubles combinations throughout the year at 3. Might just have found their go-to duo today. That overhead leak on him, it looked close. I think it leaked long. It did. Match points, Barry. Good job, well done on 3. 6-2 decision to Barry. We'll head back over to court number 2 as again, that's where Barry's got that other break lead. Meanwhile, I know some of you are locked in on Columbus State Indy. Columbus State taking a tightly contested doubles point. They win a 6-4 deciding set on court number 2, and right now, Columbus State with breaks on each of the top 5 courts, as well as first sets in the bag on courts 2 and 5. Here for Barry, again, it's the duo Alessandro Giuliotto, senior out of Italy. Alejandro Palacios, the senior out of Spain. I believe this is Palacios, the senior, serving on the near side. I see them stand next to one another. As you see, 4-3 on court number 3. It's a 5-2 lead for Columbus State on 1, so that's where I'm going to take us on the bottom left of our screen. Big deciding point coming up on 4 for Columbus State as they try to maintain their leads everywhere. Volley off the overhead, why not? Let's do this quickly. The chair put out the long hand, so I want to see when we have the official mark, because it looked like an overrule, but then there was a mark pointing, an irate-looking Tolima on the far side. As you see, Barry holds for 5-3. I'm just curious. Given that body language, it seems like it was a hold for 5-2. We'll put Barry Valdosta State doubles back in your big screen. Perez serving for the opening set on 1. Santiago Perez, the #1 player in the country. He's taken on number 7 player in Edgar Destué. 5-2 Martinetti, so he did end up holding. Folks, that'll pop back on our screen here in a moment. court 6 for UIndy Columbus State. Alex Gruskin here right now. It is all Columbus State. '18 Division II men's champions are very much looking the part in today's semifinal. It's a good serve there from the British sophomore Bartley. Sets up game points to ask the question. For what it's worth on court number 1, 4-3 on serve. That only matters. Valdosta State can get the break back here on 2. Meanwhile, we're going to do a quick do-si-do. Set point here for Perez. (6-2) first set to Perez. We'll wait for them to get out of the chair before we put that deciding, or not deciding set, but before we put that Barry doubles point opportunity on your screen. 3 first sets for Columbus State. They get a court 4 now. Well, Columbus State's Pietro Martinetti does have that 5-2 lead. But it's time to do-si-do. Barry serving for the doubles point. Break point chances for UIndy at 6, but that's really their only even glimmer of hope right now. Smart move. Tries to hit that ball out of the air. He might have hit the net. Might have reached over, whatever it may be. You see the set point on 4 for UIndy. Excuse me, for Columbus State. Barry serving for the set here, so we're going to leave it on our screen. That poach is so easy. I'm not going to show it, but for what it's worth, match points right now for Mac and Carvalho. Valdosta State at 1. Now, will it matter? Maybe not. In fact, likely not at this point. Match points Barry. Doubles point to Barry. There's a reason this Barry tennis program has captured the last 3 Division III men's national championships. Maybe all of you at home now remember why.
We'll take a 5-minute break and we'll give you singles lineups once they're confirmed.
1-love lead for Barry. We'll have more action from that as we head into our singles match. For what it's worth, again, a reminder, Valdosta State dropped the doubles point but beat Barry earlier this season. They're going to have to do that again today. Meanwhile, set points here for Martinetti. That would make it 4 first sets here for Columbus State. Get to our last 2 first sets with 5 on the board already. Obviously 4 all there on court 3, but you see here. First set to Martinetti. And he's gonna let his teammates know it. Why? Because that's 4. Columbus State has turned on the Jets. 4 first sets. First 4 off the board for what it's worth, and now we'll show you our last first sets remaining. They're on courts 3 and 6 here. Right now, UIndy is serving for the first set on 6. Mathis, the sophomore out of Nice, France. And in 1 overall this year. Looking to start the rally. They'll have a set point to do exactly that. Meanwhile, you see out of the chair here for Columbus State. Tommaso Scold, senior out of Italy, trailing 4-5 on serve. Meanwhile, it's Andrea Sandrone, the freshman out of Italy, looking to fight off a set point. Chip and charge helps him do it. Why not take a chance? Deciding point, set point on 6. Again, if UIndy's gonna have a shot in this match, they gotta get something going. They dropped 4 first sets. Want to combine 5 games in those 4 first sets. Already down a set and a break at 6. Facing the #1 player in the nation in Santiago Perez at 1. Got a little greedy with that second chip and charge. It is a first set to UIndy. Mathis is going to let all of his teammates know, keep on fighting. 6-4 set on court number 6. I want to take you over to 2. Here's a bright spot. Thomas Zook. Probably butchering that pronunciation. I apologize. 2-love, 40-30. He makes it 3-love, so that's something. But as impressive as this 3-love lead is here in the second, Columbus State already up a set and 3-love on court number 5. Suppose we'll take you to that court next. Caught in a changeover in a couple of places. Again, final first set here on court 3. It's a must-have at this point for the UIndy sophomore Luis Pichot. 14-4 overall on the year. 2 points away from taking a second first set. Obviously, I know many of you looking forward to that Barry Valdosta State battle. Goes without saying. As soon as singles action gets underway, we'll bring it back into our lives. Given the pace of this Columbus State lead, we might have that match solo for a little bit. Obviously, we'll go to a 3-box if and when we do. Court 5's turning into a blowout. Armin Traklia, freshman out of Germany. (11-4 overall on the year is the Columbus State freshman. on August Einruth. Einruth, the sophomore from Finland. 11-3 overall in dual match play. But there it is, 6-4 first set to UIndy. They drop the first 4, they take the last 2. That's at least something to build the rally around. But again, they're down a set and a break at 5. Down 4 first sets overall. We'll take you over to court number 1. As again, I'm keeping my eye. Ooh. Actually, no need to keep my eye on it any longer. We just have action. Gonna hang out here in a split screen for a little bit. You see your 2 scoreboards. Barry a 1-0 lead over undefeated number 1 Valdosta State. Columbus State pulling away from UIndy. Head over to court number 1 as we start our rundown of each of these singles matches. And again, Valdosta State beat Barry 4-3 earlier this season. Barry took the doubles point. Got straight set wins at 3 and 6. 3 third set Valdosta State victories, though, helped the team earn a comeback victory, including here at the number 1 spot where Luca Mack earned a 6-1 in the third set victory over Alejandro Ibanez Gallego. Now, all these months later, Mack number 2 in the country. Ibanez 32 overall in the country. UIndy forcing the deciding point on 5 still. Deciding point, almost a de facto match point here on 5 for Columbus State. Interesting. So now 6-1 for love for what it's worth. After dropping 4 first sets, UIndy is now up in breaks and second sets on 1 and 2. It's where they drop 2 openers. They need to win at least 2 3-set matches now. So I suppose the slightest of a pathway starting to open up for a UIndy comeback. Emphasis on slightest. The opening service game in the book on 1. We'll head over to court number 2. Want to introduce again a little bit of everything. Get that scoreboard fixed. Alejandro Palacios for Barry. Lined up at the number 2 spot. Palacios, the senior out of Spain. 11 and 2 overall in dual match play. Now Rodrigo Carvalho. Again, Carvalho, junior out of Brazil. 14 and 2 overall on his year. Carvalho 48 in the country. Palacios 27. By the way, I know that scoreboard was late to update. Number 2 player in the country, Luka Mock, taking that 1-love lead. Or Valdosta State at 1. I feel like that's a must-have if Valdosta State is going to complete a comeback here today. Comeback might be a little much, but overcome a doubles point deficit. And Ruth holds 4-4-1, still a lopsided scoreboard in favor of Columbus State on court number 4. Early second set action across the board. Everything pretty competitive. We'll head back over to court number 2. Meanwhile, Barry a chance here to consolidate their early, that serving marker's just wrong. Valdosta State serving on the near side, so Barry here chance to make it a break lead on 2. And that's a double fault, and they're able to do so. 2-love Barry. To kick things off here on court number 2, we'll take you over to court number 3. So you see 4-1 in that second set. All right. Again, something there for UIndy fans to rally around. Let's go over to court number 1. We've got the top player in the nation on court. Let's enjoy Santiago Perez. Up a set, down 2-1 in his second set, too. UIndy's Edgar Destué. Edgar Destué, the sophomore out of France, has had a phenomenal season in singles, 17-2 at the top spot. Perez 13-3 overall. Not a ton separating these two in the rankings. Again, Perez 1, but Destué 7. So let's lock in on this. Meanwhile, you see Barry off to a quick 1-love break lead here on court number 3 as well. Alejandro Giuliotto. Giuliotto, the senior out of Italy. 14-3 overall on the year. He's taking on that sophomore Lamar Bartley. Bartley 7-3 in dual match singles play. Again, Valdosta State 90-11 overall in singles this year. That's ridiculous. You know they feel like they have a pathway to 4. But not if the left courts are going to go the way of Barry. Giuliotto, game point chances for 2-love to consolidate. Barry on 3, we'll head on over to court number 4. Top spin lob drops good. Game point chances for UIndy on one. On the near side here for Barry, down an early break is here now Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the junior out of Spain, 9-6 in dual match play. He's taking on Christian Vettel. And as he's been all season long, Vettel, the lock of locks for this Valdosta State team. The junior out of Germany, 18-1 overall. Leads his team in victories, and obviously after dropping the doubles point, they have to have him today. By the way, rematches on the top three courts from earlier in the season. Valdosta State winning the top two battles. Barry with an early season win at 3. Vettel got a win over Barry earlier in the season. Was not matched up with Rodriguez. So this is a new one. Once again, Vettel, strong start, 2-1, 30-15. Meanwhile, look, S2A is determined to force a third. And right now, after dropping again 4 first sets, UIndy up breaks in the second on 1 and 2. That's the pathway to extend the match.
Come on!
Love Vettel at that number 4 spot, excuse me, as we head over to 5. You see S2A now 6-2, 4-1 lead. Apologies. Gonna get us double court switched here. No dead time on your screen. We gotta head over to court number 5. Yeah, 6-1, 5-2 lead for Columbus State. That would be a quick 2-love lead here for the 2018 national champions. Columbus State making the finals in 3 of the last 4 NCAA tournaments. The only one they missed out, of course, last year. Heartbreaking 4-3 loss in the semifinals last year for Columbus State to Wayne State. Obviously would love a shot at either Barry, who's been the gold standard, or Valdosta State, undefeated this year. Early deuce point on 5. So it's a break right back for Valdosta State at 5. Christian Felin. And 2 overall in dual match play. Is the senior from Italy. He's taking on for Barry, Bastien Riem. Riem, the senior from France, 6 and 5. No, excuse me, not Bastien, David Riem, 12 and 4 overall on the year as the junior from France. Columbus State 2 points away on court number 5. Meanwhile, we'll get you a court switch here, take you over to 6, finish our introductions of everything in Barry, Valdosta State. Alex Gruskin here. There it is. 2-love Columbus State. Heck of a performance from the freshman Armin Trikla. Change our scoreboard up. 2-love Columbus State. But I don't see a clear-cut pathway for anyone outside of this. Let's go over to court number 2. And on that left side of your screen, or Barry at this number 6 spot. Senior Tim Butner. Butner, 7 and 2 overall in dual match play. Taking on Valdosta State junior Pedro Cordiero. Cordiero 15 and 3. Money all season long at the bottom of the lineup for Valdosta State. Meanwhile, look at this, Cueto Ramos down an early break here in set number 2, levels things at 4 apiece. Again, 4 first sets for Columbus State, courts 1, 2, 4, and 5. They already got the straight set victory at 5. Most straightforward pathway would be close out 2 of those 3 matches. Again, 1, 2, and 4. If you're UIndy, you just got to start flipping something. We've introduced everything. I do want to do some scoreboard watching in Valdosta State. Barry Make sure we don't miss any endings of first sets. Have hit about the halfway mark in every single match. Every single first set, excuse me. As they make the changeover on serve on court number 6. Again, it's pretty even everywhere in Barry Valdosta State. Where to turn to? Don't want to hit a changeover. Let's go to 1. Deuce point, deciding point on 2. Again, for UIndy, Tom Zoik had been the guy up a break here for the majority of this second set, now in some serious trouble. Sticks the backhand volley, a job well done. As you see things steady on court number 1, on serve second set, court number 2. UIndy up 6-4, 4-1 on 3, so it looks like they are gonna get a point on the board. They're also now up a break in the second set on 4, so here comes the UIndy push. Did they build themselves too big of a deficit? Only time will tell, but we'll head over to 4. UIndy is making a serious push here. You can see the doubt just starting to seep in, right? Columbus State came out so energetic. They were the aggressors. They were the one imposing themselves on this match. But now, slow and steady burn from this UIndy team has them right back in the thick of things. Destua up 5-2 in the second set on one. Looks like he's going to force a third. Second serve coming for Tolima, but obviously looking to extend his break lead here on 4. Tolima holds 4-4-2. Take us back over to 2. Meanwhile, you see 3-all on court number 1. Gallego serving on the far side. Oh, no way. Great wheels of Cuetos Ramos. Cueto Ramos holds 4-5-all. UIndy up 6-4, 5-1 at 3. Let's go there. Wanted to make sure we didn't miss a potential third deciding set being forced, but we might have 4 3-setters in this one, folks. Buckle the seatbelts. This is the only match clearly headed in one direction, and for UIndy, have to be impressed with the performance of Luis Cacao. Cacao, the sophomore out of France. Excuse me, 14-4 overall in the year. Serving for the match here on the near side. Meanwhile, 5-1 lead for Barry at 3. Valdosta State up breaks at 4, 5, and 6. It's exactly the sort of ball game we were expecting. All sails on Ibanez Gallego, and here comes that number 2 player in the country, Luka Mock. Overruled. And so here we go. Match points to put UIndy on the board. There it is. Point on the board for UIndy. 6-4, 6-1 victory at the number 3 spot. Columbus State still holding an advantage. But let's go over to court number 1. UIndy closing in on the second set. Ooh, Javier Cueto Ramos loved 30 in his 5-all return game. He breaks there, he'll serve for the match. Meanwhile, here you go, it's a set point for UIndy at 1. This would be one of the third setters they have to force. Four 3 Valdosta State at 1. Let's go over to 3. Barry about to serve for an opening set. Going the distance on 1. It's all going UIndy's way right now. Here is the push. Take you over to court number 2. Again, 2-1 overall. Third set forced on 1. Makes it that much more important for Columbus State's Javier Cueto Ramos to get off the court here. And now it's break point chances for Cueto Ramos. Cueto Ramos, for those unaware, junior out of Spain, 15-1 this season. Leads his Columbus State team. Nope, that's not true. Second on his Columbus State team in victories. Trails only Pietro Martinetti. There's Giuliotto serving for the set on the far side. It's a break. Cueto Ramos will serve for his match on 2. Gonna head over to 6. I think it's our only match not in a changeover. UIndy up a set. Tomas Mathis, 6-4. Andrea Sandron, though, 4-3 lead. That serving marker's wrong. We're on serve here in the second. (5-2) lead for Valdosta State's Pedro Cordiero. Tim Butner serving to stay alive in that set, though, so we're going to hold on 3. Bunch of first sets coming to a close. Four all on court 6. So we'll take you back over to 2. Javier Cueto Ramos will serve for the match for Columbus State. Good aggression from the sophomore Bartley. He doesn't love a little lefty-on-lefty battle like we've got here at 3. Meanwhile, here we go, Cueto Ramos. Looking to put Columbus State a point away from the finals. Who wants to hit a forehand more? No backhands allowed, I guess, on court number 2. There's actually a sign when you walk onto the court that says it. Junior Cueto Ramos 3 points away. Meanwhile, 15-30, as you see, for Giuliotto trying to close out the set. We may have to jump over to 6. Valdosta State's Cordiero does get to set point. That goes wide. Yeah, 30 love for Cueto Ramos. how you fire a lob into the air. Great recovery from Bartley. You pay more for the frame. Who needs the strings? Match point, Columbus State. Put it on the board. 3-1 Cougs. Junior Javier Puerto Ramos. 6-love, 7-5 at the number 2 spot. His 16th victory of the season puts Columbus State, 1 point from the semifinal. The question is, where is that point going to come from? Third set just underway on 1. Let's head to court number 4. Columbus State up a set, but down a break in the second. Pietro Martinetti wins leader for this Columbus State team. Serving to extend the set on 4. Meanwhile, UIndy took the first set on 6. Sandrone's up 5-4 for Columbus State there, so no clear pathway though, given that first set deficit other than this court for Columbus State. Meanwhile, deuce point, set point on court number 3. It's a 6-2 first set for Barry. Alessandro Giuliotto closing things out. We head over now to court number 6. Valdosta State's Pedro Cordiero. 5-3 lead. That forehand goes wide though. Meanwhile, 5-3 lead for the number 2 player in the country, Luca Mock of Valdosta State at 1. Valdosta State right now break leads on courts 1, 2, and 6. Ridiculous backhand pass from Martinetti. Santiago Perez, the number 1 player in the country, of course the number 1 singles player for Columbus State, has opening breakpoint chances to kick off the third set at 1. You see Butner, breakpoint chances at 4 here for Barry. Now we're on first set watching just about every court in our semifinal between on the left, It's a break for Barry. Back on serve, 5-4 on 6. Where to head to next? How about court number 5? Christian Felin serving for the set, 5-3, 15-30. 15-40, Forehand lands good. So Barry breaks back on courts 5 and 6. Let's quickly head over to court number 2. 15-30 lead for Rodrigo Carvalho. Now he'll serve for the set no matter what, but he'd like to end it now. Meanwhile, Luka Monk will serve for that opening set. We'll get to it in a moment on 1. Lima's ready to grind. By the way, Destitue does hold for 1 love, so no break for Perez. Ball called long, immediately confirmed by the chair. Point chance here. Palacios to at least ask the question at 2. Again, that serving marker's wrong. Barry's in the all-white. It's game points, not break points. He does hold 4-5-4. Well, things get a little complicated. Let's head over to court number 1. I think we might have to go to the triple box here. There's just so many first sets ending for Valdosta State, Columbus State. So what we're going to do is put all those matches on the side. We'll keep Columbus State, UIndy in the big screen as they're closer to the finish line. Max serving for the set here on the near side of your screen. Barry's about to serve for first sets on courts 1, 2, and 3. Excuse me, Valdosta State about to serve for first sets on 1, 2, and 4. Barry looking to go for 5-all on 5 and 6. Set point UIndy, we'll put it in the big screen. Again, Max serving for that first set for Valdosta State at 1. Christian Vadel serving for the first set on 4. Meanwhile, a deciding point, set point coming up here at 4. Ridiculous set of passing shots from Martinetti. Let's be clear, those half volleys from Tolima are world class. World class. But Martinetti asks the question. Let's do a little do-si-doing here. We're going to keep Martinetti on our screen. Great points here for Ibanez Gallego. set point back. Play on in the first set. Meanwhile, set point you see bottom of your screen. It is a first set for Vadel. So that's 2 first sets now as we missed it. Christian Felling breaks for 6-4. First sets for Valdosta State on courts 4 and 5. Really tight everywhere else. I don't even know where to turn to. I guess we'll go to 6 here on this big screen. Meanwhile, let's put Columbus State back in the big screen. Lima looking to force a third. Perez does go up a break. That goes wide. Martinetti gonna let his teammates hear it. Set to Carvello. So that's 3 first sets for Valdosta State. They're halfway home. Let's take you to our last 2 remaining first sets on the left of your screen. Again, Valdosta State getting first sets at 2, 4, and 5. First set to Barry at 3. And it is still too close to call at 1 and 6. And you've got a deciding point there. Set points here for Tolima. Ooh. Well, that's just perfection. But here we go. Another set point for Tolima. Breaker going on in the second set at 6. Again, Santiago Perez, #1 player in the country. He's up an early break for Columbus State in the 3rd on 1, but it all starts here. 6-5 Barry on 1 and 6. Need them both to split sets with Valdosta State. He did it twice. I know we're holding firm on those left side of your screen again. Those are the remaining first sets. Barry breaking for 5-all, holding for 6-5 to Ibanez Gallego on 1. That serving marker's wrong. I believe Barry's now serving for the set at 6, and that service marker's correct. Meanwhile, third set point. It's a deciding point. It's got to be had by UIndy. I do not believe it. He didn't win the match, but he fought off 3 set points. Martinetti extends the set to 5-all. I do want to take us quickly to court number 6. Why is that? It's because UIndy is in striking distance of a second point. Set lead, 6-all, 4-2 in the breaker. (7-5) first set to Barry on 6. Again, obviously slightly preoccupied here with all of our matches. I want to lay back, let you enjoy the noises. The intensity of these players on court. You see a breaker to decide that first set on 1. 2 first sets for Barry, 3 for Valdosta State. So let's just go to a split screen for now. This is all we're focused on. Winner of that first set on 1 takes control of the match on 1 through 6. And UIndy puts a second point on the board. 6-4, 7-6 for Mathis here on 6. The problem is the change of the tide on court number 4. And I clicked the wrong button, so you might see the wrong court for a second, but give it a moment and we're back on 4. Where Martinetti holds for 6-2, 6-5. He is now a game away. And so we'll quickly pop in on 1. Meanwhile, again, deciding breaker. First set on 1. So it is a 3-2 lead for Des2A. He gets that break back, now leads. The question is, will it matter? We're going to 4, so we don't miss a second. Meanwhile, again, the number 2 player in the country, Luca Mack, served for the first set at 1, but Alejandro Ibanez Gallego broke him. That match. If you haven't already, order your dinner. Valdosta State Barry's not ending anytime soon. Shades of the 4-3 match we saw earlier in the season between these 2 teams. Meanwhile, again, Martinetti can send Columbus State to the Division II final. What we call nervous tennis. If this were an hour ago, a half hour ago, hell, if this were 10 minutes ago, I bet Tolima takes that ball as an overhead. I can't believe what's going on with Ibanez Gallego on 1. What a comeback, and we'll get to it from these 3-time defending NCAA champs, Barry. This is the effort we expected from them, I suppose, all season long. They're showing it here today. Good swing from Mack. Oh! Look. Was it a good volley? Some scholars would say no. Was his boldness rewarded? Absolutely on 4. Make Martinetti do something special. Yeah, there's so much tennis across the board. Trying to follow the results. Some breaks in the second sets already now in Valdosta State Barry. Boldness rewarded again. Now someone's gonna go back and watch the tape, and there'll be a conversation about finishing things at the net, but guess what? When it's crunch time, everyone gets a little wobbly. Credit to Tolima, has continued to attack. Three pushes forward to the net. 3 consecutive points for Tolima, so the message was received. Don't let that overhead bounce like you did on point 1. Point away from forcing a breaker. That's a loose error from Luka Mock. Four for 4, and the last volley was the most pretty of the bunch. Someone learned to play aggressively. And so for UIndy, season kept alive by Nikolai Tolima, the senior out of Basel, Switzerland. Injury timeout on 4. Presented without additional commentary, so we'll go to court number 1. Set points for Ibanez Gallego. That would make it a straight splitting of the first sets between Barry and Valdosta State. Meanwhile, 3-all overall. First one fought off. To first set to Ibanez Gallego. By the way, I'm not sure if those shorts are short enough on Perez, nevertheless. 7-6, it's a clean splitting of the first sets. Now where to? Everything's early in our action in Valdosta State and Barry. And all these second sets, a clean 3-3 split. I feel like we haven't been on 3 in a while, so that's where we're gonna go. Meanwhile, let's go see if that injury timeout is over on court number 4. I assume it's not, but we'll give it a quick peek. We're gonna get us to a triple box. We'll put the 2 Columbus State matches on the side. No, it is still an injury timeout, yeah. So we'll go to court number 1 for the meantime, just to ensure we have no dead time on your screen. You see Giuliotto, the 6-2, 3-2 lead. Checked in on 5 and while I suppose we'll go there. Barry pushes on. First set at 1. Break lead set after dropping the set at 5. They're up a set and a break on 3. Meanwhile, game point, not break point chances, obviously, here at the number 1 spot for UIndy. And again, the sky's out, the thighs are out. It's a 4-3 hold for UIndy. So we'll put court number 3 between Lamar and between Barry and Valdosta State in the big screen. Give you your 2 remaining matches on the side. Looks like the injury timeout coming in to an end for Nikolai Kalima, the senior from Switzerland, for UIndy. It will be a breaker to decide the match on 4. Again, I want to have both of those matches on our screen because they're both close enough to a finish line that we don't want to miss anything. Still very early in the second set, so not very early, but early enough in all these second sets here on courts 1 through 6. That is a ripped winner. Love Kalima. Barry in control. Looks like we're headed towards a third set on 4. I do want to take us now to court number 3. Set and break lead for Barry. Starting to pull away here. Meanwhile, look at that lob dropping good. We'll put him on the big screen the rest of the way here. Second set breaker. Drop shot 430 all. And that court 1 looms large. Should this match go to a third? We'll do that decider. Give us another hour. Oh, I thought we were going to have a tweener there on 3. Sadly, we do not. That went wide off Destre's racket. He knew it too, so game point chances for Perez for 4 all. Meanwhile, again, mini break lead right now for Tolima, serving on that far side 4-2. Good serve into the body, 5-2. Misses the volley wide, but I'll tell you what, that Tolima forehand has been the biggest weapon on the court of late. Meanwhile, look at this. #1 player in the nation, Santiago Perez, in some serious trouble. But the serve gets the job done. Successful body jammed. 4 all overall. We put you back on court 4. That goes long. 2 points consolidated on serve here. And on this near side, Pietro Martinetti, the junior out of Italy, the winningest player in the Columbus State singles lineup this season, 16-4. There's no one they'd rather have on court than Martinetti, the most wins. Obviously, Perez is your #1 player in the country, straight up. Meanwhile, for UIndy, the senior Tolima, sophomore Destue. Five all overall. This is obviously going to cause the jinx of jinx. UIndy has never reached Division II men's final. Columbus State was there in 2021, 2019. Winners in 2018 as well. Meanwhile, you see at top left of your screen, Alessandro Giuliotto makes it 2-0 Barry. Quietly dominant performance at the #3 spot to put point #2 on the board. Match points, Tolima. It was 5-2 30 seconds ago. Match point, Martinetti. I realize I said Tolima now. Martinetti can extend, make it his 17th victory of the season. Send Columbus State back to the final. And that gives us time to go full screen. Service call confirmed. Call confirmed wide. And so Pietro Martinetti, 6'2", 7'6". Columbus State headed back to the Division II men's final. Two gonna shake hands, a little hug exchange between them as well. A lot of respect between these two programs, but Columbus State back to the final. 4-2 winners over UIndy. Now, who are they gonna face? That's the question on our hands as we go back to our final semifinal, our final match of the day. Barry, 2-love lead over number 1 and undefeated Valdosta State. Of course, this Barry team has captured the last 3 NCAA team titles. Gonna get you to a triple box here in a moment to make sure we have action on our screen. We'll take you over to court number 1 for now. We've had some developments of late, folks. Obviously, 2-love Barry following the straight set victory from Alessandro Giuliotto on court number 3. You saw that top left of your screen. Something's hanging out on this camera, whether it's a spider or a bug of some sort. Try and get it out of here. Meanwhile, a reminder, service marker wrong here on court number 1, but more broadly, Luka Mock serves for the opening setup, 5-4. Number 2 player in the country. Saw his lead dissipate. Saw his first set dropped to Alejandro Ibanez Gallego. Again, these two teams played in the regular season. Was a 4-3 win for Valdosta State. They dropped the doubles point, got a straight set victory at 2, and then earned 3 set victories at 1, 4, and 5. It's looking like it might have to be a very similar pathway today. As we go to the triple box now. Keep it this way the rest of the way so you can see everything happening across these courts. Congratulations to all the Columbus State fans in the comments. I see KP Panu, former Columbus State standout, here to cheer on his program. It's a happy day as they're headed back to the final. For Valdosta State, it's a big lead for the junior Christian Vedel. And Vedel, 18-1 team leader in victories. We're counting on him today. Looks like he might deliver once again. The lefty serving here on the near side. Mentioned the fact Barry forced a third set on 5. It looks like they're going to force a third set here on 2 as well. And in fact, it's set points will do-si-do. Set point trumps deuce point. Huh? No way. Oh, the tweener net court. Give him some credit. Maybe half a point to Valdosta State there still. Barry forces the split on 2. So the pathway, let's be honest, just much more immense now for Barry than it is for Valdosta State. In fact, Barry's got a shot on every court here but 4. They're all still open to him. No. Put it on SportsCenter. If that doesn't get this Valdosta State men's team going, I don't know what will. Now, people are focused on their own match, so they're not going to have seen that point, but they'll certainly hear the roar from junior Christian Vadel. 6-3, 5-1. He's a game away. Put court 5 on the top of our screen as we just haven't spent much time there. Third set already underway on that court. Break point chance now for Barry for 7-5, 4-1 on 6. There's no doubt you'd rather be Barry at this point. See the 4-1 lead on 6. Go over to 1. Set obviously just getting underway on court number 2 as well. No way did Gallego even get there. Yeah, that scoreboard's off. You can ignore it. First game. It's an opening hold for Barry on 5. As that goes wide. Barry looking to just extend this match here on 4. We'll put 6 back on your screen just to ensure we don't miss anything there. 5-2 here on 4. Apologies, we'll do a little do-si-doing. Want to leave both of those on our screen. Let's put court 6 on the big screen. Look at this. 7-5, 5-1 lead for Tim Butner. Barry's Butner, senior. 7-2 overall on the year. This would by far be the most important of them all. Those at home not keeping track, this Barry men's tennis program has made 11 of the last 14. Let me say that again. 11 of the last 14 NCAA finals have featured the Barry men. That streak starting in 2008. Has featured 6 different national championships. Yeah, string broken there. It's about the only thing slowing him down. But that run is as good as it gets. 11 out of 14 finals. And we all made a big deal. The UNC women have made 10 out of the last 11 national indoor finals. They've won titles in 7 of the last 11 years. Barry has won national championships in 6 of the last 14. Finalists in 11 of the last 14. 6-5. What are they, LeBron? You see why. Final number 12 in the last 15 years is looming. Butner's 2 points away from making it 3-love Barry. Meanwhile, looks like it's match points for Vadel on 1. Let's go to this. That goes wide, so we do have double match point. We'll go to a split screen. Vadel finishes things. Put Valdosta State on the board. Can it be a rallying cry? I suppose that's the question. First one fought off. Four singles matches remaining. Now there's 3. Tim Butner, 7-5, 6-1. Win number 8 of the season for the senior from Germany. 3-1 Barry, 1 point away. And so just 3 matches remaining. We'll put 1 on the big screen. Again, we'll have coverage of all 3 now the rest of the way. I see the question from Colette Lewis. What's going on with the cameras? That's above my pay grade. That's an Orlando thing. Either it's a reflection, bugs, some sort of loose eyelashes on these cameras. I'm not sure, but apologies, folks. Nothing we can do about that here at Cracked Rackets. We can continue to show you all three of these as you see, Barry up a set and a break at 1. Alejandro Ibanez Gallego now puts Barry in control. But look, I was going to say everything else is tight, but maybe not. 3-love lead now for Barry at 5. We're going to just keep changing courts here to avoid any dead time. Barry gain point chances. Serving marker obviously incorrect here. But yeah, Barry's closing in. 1-all overall. Here on 2. Quick hold for Carvalho here on 2. I don't know, both. I mean, it's the exact same position. on courts 5 and 1. I suppose they're the slightly higher ranked players. So with everything else being equal, I guess that's where we'll go. Again, number 2, Luka Mack. In the red on the near side here for Valdosta State. He's down a set and a break, 4-1. Taking on Alejandro Ibanez Gallego, number 32 ranked player in the country for Barry. Again, story of the stats. Mack is 16-0, unblemished at the top spot for Valdosta State this year. I don't want to say it's been a ho-hummer of a season for Gallego, but 9-5 in dual match play. A 4-1 on 5. We'll keep our eye on it, of course. Yeah, that was long. Honestly, it was maybe even more margin than between the fingers there for Ibanez Gallego. Excuse me, offered by Mack to Ibanez Gallego. Mack at least cruising through this service game. On that drop volley on 5. Again, these are your 3 remaining singles matches. Barry taking the doubles point. Straight set victories at the 4 and 6 spots. Excuse me, 3 and 6 spots. Valdosta State a straight set win at 4. So it's a 3-4 hold for Luka Mack. Still Ibanez Gallego in the lead. We'll go over to court number 5. Again, Christian Felin. Up 30 love, down 1-4 here in the third. David Riemi, the junior of France. All he's got to do is hold serve 2 more times. Gorgeous drop volley, it really is. And I'll say it, it feels like a de facto match point. Hard to see a world where Valdosta State overcomes not just a 5-1 third set deficit on 5, but a set and a break deficit on 1, and protects their lead on 2. All of those things have to happen. Ball lands good. No call is made. 5-1 Barry. They can taste a 12th final in 15 years. Hauled wide and confirmed. Again, this service game, a little sloppy to start, but that's the perks of the 5-1 lead. And now again, that scenario I talked about, all these 3 things have to happen. A 5-1 third set deficit overcome on its own would be the stuff of legends. But now this undefeated Valdosta State team, #1 overall, 21-0, national indoor champions. Just kidding, I don't think they played the indoors. Speaks for itself. Conference champions, both the regular season and conference tournament in the Sunshine State Conference. 4-3 win over St. Leo in the final. No, excuse me. Gulf South Conference 4-0 win over Auburn Montgomery. In fairness, it's hour 10 of our broadcast. I'll learn how to read eventually. We'll save that for hour 11. Conference championship over St. Leo, of course, belongs to this Barry program. Broken here on 5, but 5-2 lead. They're 1 game away from another final. Go over to 1. Just wide, almost too cute off the racket of Luka Mock, but now he has break point chances back. This would be one of the dominoes, but you see Barry with break point chances on 2. It is a break back, so we're back on serve on 2. Still a break lead for Barry on 5. Break lead here on 1, but break point chances back for the #2 player in the country, Luka Mock. Maybe this starts a rallying cry. Maybe. Barry on court 5. Deciding point. Another one of those de facto feeling match points. Mock does break back, but will it matter? Only if Valdosta State can extend the match here. Christian Felling, the senior out of Italy, serving 2-5-15 all. Already got one break back. Sneak in another. Nope, that goes wide. Game point chances here to at least ask the question. Two straight, nope. Excuse me. I don't know what I saw on that volley, but obviously it goes well wide, so the first game point fought off. Meanwhile, a 40 love shot for Barry to level things at 3-all in the third on 2. You see Ibanez Gallego after getting broken 4-4 all right back into a love 30. Lead in the mock service game. It's a loose error. Still, the match is on Barry's racket. And it'll be David Riemi, the junior out of France, who will once again serve to send Barry to the finals. Alex Gruskin here. It's our final match of the day here on our Crack Rackets broadcast. Rest assured, we got plenty of action for you all tomorrow. Starting at noon, we'll have the D3 men's semifinals. That action followed by the women's semifinals, of course. Tufts going to take on CMS. Case versus Middlebury on the men's side. It'll be, the D2 women's semifinal. Barry versus Flagler. Nova Southeastern, Hawaii Pacific. Interesting, an opening double fault. A lot easier to creep up to the finish line than actually sprint through it. You're seeing that on display now. couple of successful returns. Love 30 hole, and it was an easy love 30 here. Svelin looks to extend the match. Thus, those break points for Gallego that much more relevant. He sends the first one out long on a return. Dropped the first one with a long return. And now it's a double fault for Love 40. No whiff of a match point right now. Undefeated Valdosta State's back is against the wall. They want to extend that unblemished season. They got to start working miracles. And it's the first domino to fall. From double break 5-1 down. We are back on serve on 5. Now, you saw it bottom left. Ibanez Gallego breaks and will serve for the match. That's why you give yourselves margin, folks. Meanwhile, break point chances. Yeah, the dam is open for Barry. From 3-1 down. Second serve return look here. A 4-3 break lead. That serving marker is wrong. This is Valdosta State serving on the far side. And it's a double fault. No way. All right, it's changeovers on all 3 courts. So now I can set the scene. Alex Gruskin here, winner of this one, gonna take on Columbus State in our D2 men's final. Barry, the definition of the Blue Bloods in all of Division II men's college tennis. They've made the final in 11 of the past 14 years, 6 titles during that stretch, including each of the last 3 completed NCAA tournaments. But of course, on the other side of things, a Valdosta State team that beat Barry earlier in the season and entered today 21-0 overall on the year. Now, all of the sudden, the match on Barry's racket on multiple courts. Yes, that 5-1 lead on 5 is gone, but here it is. Number 1 singles player. Number 32 player in the country, Alejandro Ibanez Gallego, senior from Spain, send his team to the final. Perfect. Looks like there might be a trainer out on court number 5 for Riemi. Now the question is, will it matter? Ibanez Gallego, 7-6-5-4. Textbook. Extended changeovers on court 2 and 5. I'm sure everyone's happy to let one play out for a moment. tense moments. Fought off. I mean, we talked about all the dominoes that would need to fall. Was 5-1 on 5. Fairly now a point away from 5-all. Will it all be for nothing? Alejandro Ibanez Gallego. Deciding point, match point. Send Barry to the final. Barry's going back to the final for the 12th time in 15 years. Barry gonna have a shot at the Division II men's crown. 4-1 victory over Valdosta State. What a season for this Valdosta State program. It ends at 21-1 overall. Valdosta State was looking to reach their first D2 men's final since 2011, so it's been more than a decade. That wait will continue at least a year longer. You can understand the pain that these Valdosta State players will feel. Boy, did they make that match fun at the end. But credit to the 3-time defending champs, Barry men's tennis. You're competing for another shot at a national championship. This time, it'll be against Columbus State in a rematch of the 2021, 2019, 2018. So, excuse me, for the 4th time in 5 years, it'll be Barry versus Columbus State for the title. You think about the great rivalries. In my lifetime, Red Wings Avalanche. That's a Detroit-centric one, I know. Certainly Cavaliers Warriors, those LeBron, Steph Curry teams, 4 straight finals. 4 in 5 years for Barry and Columbus State. How about that? And of course, that final coming up later on in the week. So much fantastic tennis, though, still ahead as we carry on through this month of May. It's May Madness across the college tennis universe, and coming up tomorrow for all of you tennis fans, we'll have D3 men's semifinals. Tufts taking on Claremont Mudscripts, that's how you say that. That match, as well as the Case Western Middlebury men's semifinal, happening simultaneously at noon. D2 women's semifinals coming up at 4. It'll be Barry versus Flagler, Nova Southeastern versus Hawaii Pacific, and then I know 7 p.m. Eastern time on NCAA.com. It'll be Columbus State taking on Barry, 4th time in the last 5 years. That's your D2 men's final. With that said, that'll do it for our coverage of all of today's action. What a phenomenal day of college tennis for all of us fans to enjoy. And we're grateful to all of you who took the time to join us here today. Again, we will be back tomorrow with our coverage starting at noon Eastern time. A shout out, as always, to our super producer, Daniel Westoff, who makes all of the coverage you see on your screen possible. A shout out to Dalton Thieneman as well for all he does to manage our operations here at CR. With all of that said, that'll do it for today's show. For everyone who contributed to today's broadcast here at Cracked Racquets, players, and of course, all of you fans at home, I'm Alex Gruskin. You're watching our Cracked Racquets coverage of the 2023 NCAA Tennis Team event. We will see you all with more at noon tomorrow.